Hi, Questers. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, I didn't want to do one of these today. I mean, I want to concentrate on Alien today because it's Alien Day, a celebration of the 26th of April, right? LV 426. It's supposed to be a celebration today. But that'll come. I'll be live talking about Alien franchise later today. 10:30 p.m. GMT or British Standard Time. Why they keep changing that, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I really didn't want to do one of these today, but sod it, because we got an article from Variety, and yeah, it's Doctor Who, it's Ncuti again. They're at it again. So yeah, we got to take a look at this. I haven't read the full article. I saw it on Twitter as I logged in, and well, here we go, guys. It's not going to be fun. Doctor Who regenerates. How Ncuti Gatwa's historic cast. Historic.
Oh boy.
Historic? Seriously? How old is he? Historic. Fuck me, he's a terrible actor. He really is. I've heard people say that the best way for a gay actor to prove he's a good actor, play a straight guy. I bet he can't. Jesus Christ, this is absolutely ridiculous. I really didn't want to do one of these today. Russell T Davies return and a Disney Plus deal revolutionized the franchise. Yeah, revolutionized it, huh? What did the revolution do? It ruins things. Yes, Doctor Who has been ruined. The only good thing is this lady here, Millie Gibson. Very nice. Very nice. Courtesy of Disney Plus. So is that what you see on Disney Plus? Nice? Terrible. Okay. When Ncuti Gatwa makes his first appearance as the 15th Doctor in the science fiction series Doctor Who, he isn't wearing any pants. Trousers. He isn't wearing any trousers. It's a British show, so use British terms, please. In a 60th anniversary special released in December, the previous Doctor, played by series icon David Tennant, he was, not anymore though, people kind of hated him as the Doctor when he returned. So, yeah. Subverts the show's long-standing practice of regeneration. Instead of simply transforming into the next Doctor, he literally splits in half, bringing Gatwa's Doctor into the world alongside him. Yeah, it was extremely unfortunate. It was good to see. It was interesting to look at, but other than that, nah, terrible. All the dialogue was terrible in that. It's just crazy. In the process, the two divide. The clothes of Tennant stuck to between them. Oh, sorry about that. Leaving Gatwa in nothing but a dress, shirt, and a pair of tighty whities. I suppose it's a British term. Oh my god! That first costume fitting, Gatwa says, bursting into an infectious fit of laughter. Cringe? Can anyone say cringe? Is that cringe-worthy? It's a frequent occurrence as he speaks with Variety on a chilly March day over lemon ginger tea. Lemon ginger tea? Ooh. Not very British. But then he's not British, is he? At Langham Hotel in London. Langham Hotel. Let me just have a look what that looks like, and we'll see. Langham Hotel. 5-star luxury hotel in the West End. So they meet in a 5-star hotel. So as they meet in a 5-star luxury hotel, I'm not kidding, guys. It's literally a 5-star luxury hotel. Where does Gatwa live? London? He lives in London. What the hell are they doing meeting in a hotel? Why can't they meet in an office? You know, why do they have to go to a 5-star fucking hotel? Actually, wait, there's a 5-star hotel that hasn't been taken over by immigrants? Really? Huh. I was like, are you joking? I wish they were. They showed me a pair of underwear. And they were like, he claps his hands as if to say, voila, 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 voila. Okay, I'm not very much a French speaker, so voila, voila. Is that something to do with the Tennant's when Tennant used to say allons-y? So you got to, is that why it's voila, voila? Oh dear. In addition to the whole no pants thing, Gatwa was just a little bit starstruck. Tennant, who played the part from 2005 to 2010, probably his best role ever, not that his return was any good, was the Doctor he'd grown up with. Really? Inspiring him to become an actor in the first place. Sorry. These do make me yawn. Okay, fine. So, yeah. Anyway. To play this role beside him, who played this role, which made me want to do this role, and him also being there. It was so many layers of full circle, Gatwa says. And on top of it, you're wearing no pants. There was so much going on that day. What, couldn't you hide your erection? Oh, seeing David Tennant, couldn't you hide your erection, or was it Russell T Davies that you had it for? Anyway, it was an entrance for Gatwa, whose bubbly, fearless personality shone through. Sorry, stone throw. Does that make sense? Shone through in his breakout performance as the effervescent. Sorry, I'm not good at reading. Effervescent Eric on Netflix's Sex Education. Netflix, where any actor can get a job. And as artist Ken in Gatwa, Werwig's 30. It also marks a new era for the beloved Doctor Who, with series stalwart Russell T Davies returning as showrunner, writer, and executive producer. Yeah, maybe that was where they should have stopped, not there. Just saying. Since premiering in they're going to go on about the original now. Leave the original alone, guys. Leave the original alone. It's nothing like, you're nothing like it. Since the premiere in 1963, that seminal show has become part of the fabric of British culture, and your new show isn't. Not by far. It's a Disney show, right? DEI plus inclusivity, which doesn't include the right type of other people other than DEI approved. British culture. That's not British culture. Not anymore. Reaching across generations and prompting many a dinner table argument about the Doctor, about which Doctor is the best. Good damn it! The original series went off the air in 1989 after 7 actors played the role. Yeah. With an 8th appearing in a 1996 TV movie that failed to reignite excitement in the franchise. Yeah, well, it was not. It was a nice movie. It just wasn't good enough. It was because they were trying to break the Doctor into the US, so they set it in America, which wasn't very smart at the time. Then Davis ushered Doctor Who into the modern age in 2005, extending its episode lengths, giving it a sleek new look and crafting story arcs that extended throughout each season. Taking the reins was a dream for Davis, who says the show is not only my first memory of television, but my first memory of life. Had you even done anything on television at that point? But I would like to say something about the extending the episodes. It's interesting you should say that, because if I remember correctly, with the classic Doctor Who, each episode was 20 minutes of a feature-length story. It was basically like an hour and a half or 2 hour story. Well, I'd say up to an hour and a half. So it was literally up to an hour and a feature-length story, but they broke it down because at the time, not many shows were over 20 minutes long for each episode, so they broke it down into multiple episodes. So if you think about it, it's technically a feature series because of that. Some episodes were broken down into 10 minutes, but they were the earlier ones in the 60s. Then they became 20 minutes, and then blah blah. Anyway, first memories of life. What? How old are you? How old were you when you started working on it? Takes me hours to wake up, and I had a late night last night, as usual. With Christopher Eccleston as the 9th Doctor, followed by Tennant as the 10th, the best, Davis took the series out of its culty niche as a British curiosity. Well, see, I say the 10th Doctor is the best one but that's out of the 2005 one, so that's out of the reboot or continuation. This new continuation, where they're going season 1, terrible. He was terrible in the specials that he did. Niche as a British curiosity. It should have stayed as a British curiosity. You shouldn't be trying to bring it to the rest of the world. Keep doing it the way you are, because if you don't, or keep doing it the way it was done, then it would be successful. But because you're representing area, it's ruining one of the longest running, the longest running sci-fi franchise ever created. Yes, I said it, and it is basically true. With his relaunch, Doctor Who transformed into an international hit with multiple spin-offs. Yeah, the 2005. Yeah, we had Torchwood. We also had the Canine Adventures, and was it Mrs. Smith or Mr. Smith? I can't remember. But anyway, as well as a star-making machine, in addition to Eccleston and Tennant, well, I'd say that they were probably stars before they got this part, who have become 2 of the UK's great. I mean, Tennant was in Harry Potter, by the way, in case you forgot. Who have become 2 of the UK's greatest acting exports. I don't think so. Doctor Who, why do you always quotation marks, has helped launch the careers of Billie Piper. Well, Billie Piper technically already had a career. It may have boosted her acting career, but it's not like she wasn't. It's not like she was an unknown, right? You all know that song, right? Because we got to. Matt Smith, Karen Gillan. Well, Matt Smith, I think he was around before that. So it's taking a lot of credit for creating these actors when they were actors before Doctor Who. They might not have been as noticed, but they would have been eventually. If they didn't do Doctor Who, they would probably be much more recognised. Except for Billie Piper, she was a terrible actress, still is. And Carrie Mulligan, don't care about them. I don't really care about them. Who had a small role in the now classic 2007 episode Blink. Really? You're going to say that? Okay. After Davis' departure in 2010, Tennant was also leaving, and Davis says he had muscles to flex in the adult drama space. Adult drama space. The show continued to build on his foundation with the most recent lead prior to Tennant's anniversary special return being Jodie Whittaker. Now, don't hate on Jodie. I mean, she's a good actress. She was just poorly cast for Doctor Who. But like I said, I mean, most of the time they were at that point they were trying to become inclusive. So they were trying to include women by including women, and then you had a lesbian and blah blah blah. So she was the first woman to play the Doctor, but she was not the first woman to be the Doctor. Oh God, I don't want to see that. Now with Davis back at the helm, Gatwa is making history as the first openly queer black actor to take on the role of the core Doctor. You're not the core Doctor. You're a poor copy. Because as long as David Tennant's Doctor that you split from exists, you're not the core. You're the copy. You're the poor copy. Making history as the first openly queer black actor. Nobody cares. No one cares.
Oh boy.
Literally no one cares. Oh, Jesus. But like I said, he's not the core Doctor because David Tennant's Doctor is still there. He's in the same universe, right? So it's not like, I hate it when they do that. Anyway, do you know what? It makes perfect sense to me. Gatwa, who was born in Rwanda and raised in Scotland, says of his. It doesn't sound like he was raised in Scotland. I mean, I would have thought he would have gained some Scottish, a Scottish tone to his accent if he was young when he moved here. So he must have been a young adult when he moved to Scotland. It says of his casting. There you go. I feel like anyone that has a problem with someone who's not a straight white man playing this character, you're not really truly a fan of the show. No, not your show, mate. We're not a fan of your show because you're terrible. No one cares that you're gay. No one cares that you're black. Everyone cares that you're a shit casting for the Doctor. And Russell T Davies should never have returned. We had hopes. We thought it was going to be back to the good stuff from 2005. No, it was not. You've not been watching. I have actually, because the show is about regeneration. No, it's not about regeneration. Regeneration happens to the Doctor every time they change. So it's a reason for them to change the Doctor. It's got nothing to do with the show itself. The show itself is not about regeneration. And the Doctor is an alien. What, you only just noticed? Of course he was an alien. He's a Time Lord. He said it from the fucking start. In 63, he said he was an alien. I've got two hearts. He made a point. He's not human. He's an alien. He's a Time Lord. That's the point. Would anyone have believed that he was human? No. Why would they only choose to be this sort of person? Because they're good actors, for the most part. At the time, they were good actors. Davis echoes that logic. Davis echoing. Echoing. They weren't exactly the straightest men in the past, but they portrayed straight men, technically. And all this stuff about Doctor Who being gay. Doctor Who is, what's that term he used when he described Jack? In Jack Harkness, it was universal. Was it omnisexual or universal sexual or something like that? So, I mean, would you sleep with anything other than a human male, Gatwa? I doubt it. So you're not is it omnisexual? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But that's the episode with Eccleston and Billy. They go back in time. They go to Blitz, London, and yeah. Are you my Bobby? A trailblazer of LGBTQT television. Really? Is that what you think? Davis created the original Queer as Folk, no wonder, in 1999, and 2021's It's a Sin. And about how Gatwa's Doctor is different, he says, you're talking about someone who does have a lightness and a joy about him that, to me, chimes with queer energy. It's very rarely driving the story vehemently. Just use common words, mate, for fuck's sake. But you will see moments exploring it. We're not delivering a neutered Doctor. No, but you're neutering the show. You're neutering the longest running sci-fi show series or franchise. I mean, seriously. While the Doctor's sexuality has never been labelled, yeah, he has labelled it, and I believe it is in that same episode. He said, "There's not always, he does actually kind of show that he's at least bisexual in the same episode that they introduced Jack Harkness. When Jack goes, "You want to dance?" and Billy goes, "Yeah," and then and then he goes straight past and starts dancing with the Doctor. So you're going to tell me that the Doctor's straight in 2005? No, he's not. He's at least bisexual. Because I think he even makes a point of saying, what are you? What was it? I can't remember the quote. Anyway, but he makes a point of saying that Billy or Rose was narrow-minded in thinking that there was only straight or gay, right? Basically, he's like, there's multiple. In Gatwa's first episode as the lead, The Church on Ruby Road, which premiered as the traditional Doctor Who Christmas special, always in quotations, guys. Christmas special. Viewers see him dancing in a kilt and referencing his long hot summer with Harry Houdini. Harry Houdini is gay, is he? I doubt it. And though Davis insists he didn't set out to be revolutionary, you did, you dumbass, in casting the next Doctor. We auditioned men, women, black, white, non-binary actors, and actors whose sexuality was their own private matter. So straight men, straight actors then. Yeah. He says, these are exactly the type of barriers I like to break. So that was a barrier because you were supposedly auditioned men, women, black, white, non-binary actors. So you went with someone who's gay and black and can't act to save his life. Right. How much is left of this? Jesus Christ, I didn't realize it was this fucking long. Jesus. I don't want to keep going. I don't want to keep going through this crap. Oh dear. I might break this into multiple videos. It's very hard for someone to stop me doing these things, he continues. You'd have to be a pretty brave executive to say, don't go there to me. I'm sure there are people thinking that, but I wouldn't work with them, would I? Well, if an executive has a hard time saying, don't do something, then you're fired, mate. That's it. If I was an executive and you were insisting on going a direction that I believed and understood to be completely wrong, then I would say, get out of here, pack your bags, you're gone. I'm sorry. But if you're not going to do the job that you were hired for, you're going to get sacked, right? To say you have to be a brave executive, otherwise you get cancelled. Davis, a self-professed Doctor Who superfan, says he never stopped watching the show after he handed it over to Stephen Moffat. He even initiated tweet-alongs to fan favourite episodes during the COVID lockdown, enlisting Tennant and Catherine Tate, who had played one of the Doctor's companions. Someone always keeps the Doctor. So, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go through all this crap. I'm going to go look for the quotes. Tweet alongs. Seriously? Quotes. The new iteration was given a 2-season order, and Davies says it feels like such a fresh start that he has the urge to call season 1. Really? So Disney doesn't have to worry about processing and having the other show seasons on there. I mean, I can't imagine that it's server space is not the only reason. I don't know. I mean, do you have the 2005 series available on Disney Plus? Because we don't get it here because we can only watch it on the BBC, which is absolutely ridiculous. We don't get the choice, guys. We don't get the choice. And just to remind you, we do have a TV license here, but the TV license is for made-for-TV content. So there's no actual reason why we can't have Doctor Who on Disney Plus, because we would, even if it's on Disney Plus, we would still be required to have a license to watch it. because it's made for TV. Davis had admired franchises like Star Trek and Star Wars making the leap. Really? Despite the fact that you were offered a meeting with George Lucas, but you couldn't be bothered to drive from Cardiff to London. That's about a 3.5 hour drive, guys. 3.5 hours. It's probably an hour by train at most. He couldn't be bothered to go. He was invited by George Lucas to have a meeting to discuss Star Wars, and he said, if he can't be bothered to come to me, then what's the point? That's how much of a dickhead this guy is. George Lucas says, "Oh, I'd like to discuss you coming to work on Star Wars with us." You'd be like, "Shit, I'm on my way." You know, pretty much. Bad Wolf opens Wolf Studios Wales in Cardiff. Well, yeah. Which boasts 140,000 square feet of space across 7 sound stages. Ooh. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because this is fucking doing my head. Oh, we've got some quotes down here, actually. Let's do this. So, where are we? Yeah. Here we go. I want every person in the world to watch Doctor Who, Gardner says. Of the power of Disney, we can just get bigger and get better reach. But you won't. You'll get bigger and better reach, all right, because more people will start saying how fucking shit it is, and it feels like exactly where Doctor Who should be. Really? Then why Disney? Of course, the Disney partnership, blah blah blah. 10 million per episode rumors. Yeah, probably about right. It's ridiculous. Where does that money go? Because it's not an expensive show to make, really. It's not going to be a Star Wars budget at 10 million an episode. It's not a Star Wars budget at 10 million an episode. Really? Okay. It might be a low budget Star Wars budget. 10 million per episode. That's not a low budget, really, is it? If you think about it, 10 million per episode for say 10 episodes. That's what, 100 million if there's 10 episodes. And it's not a Star Wars budget. It's at least a Marvel budget, right? Right. It's not going. Neither should it be, he says, because I do think, with no offence to anyone, if money disappeared tomorrow, we'd still make the best episode of Doctor Who ever. Because Doctor Who was always done on a lower budget. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that will still be around now for Doctor Who would be like, what are we going to do with this extra money? I know we're going to get these. We're going to have the sonic screwdriver make holographic shields. With production locked in, only one task remained: finding the perfect Doctor to usher in the show's new chapter. And they picked Gatwa. Really? The perfect Doctor. Gatwa was the last person to audition. Well, yeah, you wouldn't carry on auditions if you like, oh, I like that guy, we'll take it, we'll use him. You're not going to audition any more people after that, are you? In January 2022, after the production had seen around 20 actors and believed it had found its new lead, casting. Excuse me a second, guys. Okay, so I just have to let a bumblebee out, because save the bumblebees, stop eating avocados, don't be vegan. Stop eating avocados, they kill bees. So yeah. Right. Where was I? So I think that they found the perfect guy in Gatwa to play the Doctor. Casting director Andy Pryor called Gatwa's agent. Casting director himself. We think we've found them. We've got them. But like Rogue Choice, we just want to see Ncuti. Gatwa says, reenacting the phone conversation. Do you think he'd be up for it? Indeed he would. Just the week before, Gatwa had texted his agent that he'd love to play a character like Doctor Who or Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka. He just wants to get Willies. Doctor Who. So just coincidentally, a week before, he literally said to his agent that he wants to play the Doctor. Not a Doctor Who, not a character in Doctor Who, a character like Doctor Who. So he had his eyes on Doctor Who from the start. And because he's black, because he's gay, he gets everything he wants. White mediocrity, my ass. I was like, this is Manifestation Man. Gatwa says, still looking astonished to prepare, be rewatched all of Davies. To prepare, he rewatched all of Davies' episodes. So just Davies, not the whole Doctor. So you're a Davies fan, not a Doctor Who fan. Okay. So you watched the Davies episodes. In that week, I became a die-hard fan. I don't think you would be able to manage to watch them all in 1 week. Because multiple seasons. No, I don't think I couldn't even manage to watch that many Doctor Who episodes in a week. Anyway, during the audition, Davies, who read with each potential Doctor, was blown away. I actually wanted to put down the script and say, you've got the part because you're gay and you're black. I literally knew then, he says. Davies wasn't alone in that opinion. I have never seen an audition tape, and I suspect I probably never will, which had, because you probably won't be working for much longer. Probably never will. Which had more conviction, more star quality, more talent in it than Ncuti's. So it was an audition tape. Is that what you're saying? So it wasn't actually an audition, it was an audition tape? Well, I have never seen an audition tape. I don't get it. I mean, isn't that the way it's done now? Aren't actors sending in audition tapes rather than going there? But then again, they did go to the Langham Hotel in London. For those of you who aren't sure what the Langham looks like, I will quickly show you guys. This is the Langham Hotel in London. A 5-star luxury hotel. That's where they met. And that's where Disney's budget is going. Thanks, Disney. You can put us up in 5-star hotels for auditions. Muppets. Right. So let's carry on with this a bit. I mean, look. I mean, more talent. I mean, he's contradicting himself. I have never seen an audition tape. And then he says more, which had more, and I suspect I probably never will, which had more conviction. So it was an audition tape. Okay, so he didn't actually go for the audition. He gave them a tape. Right. No wonder they thought he was a good actor, because how many times did you think he did it before he got one that he couldn't do better? Talent in it than Ncuti. Talent. Ncuti and talent don't go together. Producer Transit said, for me, it was the audition of a lifetime. Right, okay. Every Doctor needs a companion. Number 15 is Ruby Sunday, played by former Coronation Street star Minnie Gibson. I like Gibson. I do. She looks nice. She's a good actor. I think she can be a good actor. She is still young. She's like, what, she was 19, so she's probably 20 now, I think. In the series, the spunky Mancunian teen's search for her birth parents helps to bolster her friendship with the orphan doctor. The orphan doctor. Okay. Today at the Langham, Gibson is dressed fittingly in a ruby red comb Garcon's cardigan and matching Mary Jane's as she recalls her audition with Gatwa. So they're actually describing what she was wearing. So she must have looked bloody good then for them to remember what she was wearing and to actually write it down. It was surreal because I remember watching you get announced at the BAFTAs in my bedroom, being like, oh, that's a lovely choice. Gibson tells Gatwa as he lets out a belt of laughter, which then conjures another memory in Gibson. I'll always remember being in the waiting room for my audition and just hearing your laugh and being like, there it is. There we go. Okay. Gibson calls their chemistry read magic. Though she recalls thinking, is he just like with everyone? Is he just like that with everyone because he's really charismatic? In other words, he's spiteful and will get stroppy if he doesn't get what he wants. No, the feeling was mutual, if you say so. Yeah. I knew where I wanted to take the character of the Doctor as soon as you walked in the room, Gatwa says. So Gatwa says, oh no, no, that was Davies. Okay. Gatwa says, they all talk the same, you notice that? I was like, now the characterization is complete. This was the missing piece. Characterization from a bad Doctor. Gatwa's guiding word for his Doctor became compassion. Compassion. He's got no compassion. If he had compassion, then he wouldn't be calling us non-fans. Joyce, that line, then completely by chance, I cast the man who couldn't hide an emotion if he tried. So yeah, I missed that. A Doctor of old is someone who traditionally would be more closed, a little bit more aloof, Davies said. Then he said that, okay, I don't care. Indeed, viewers saw Gatwa's Doctor shed tears in the Christmas special, something Davies hopes will connect with the show's younger audience. Really? Because all the younger people want is to see a grown man cry, right? The one thing I keep seeing now is the fragility of the mental health of young people. It's like there's a nervousness about in the air now, he says. So that's the hero I wanted for them. If that younger audience is feeling so much, I wanted the Doctor to feel it on screen as well. Sure you did. Now, I'm going to call it there, guys. This is too long. I didn't realize it was this long. I should have checked. But I can sit here utterly certain that in 5 years' time he'll be leading a movie franchise, and security will be holding me back as I go. He promised me a ticket, Davies says. I'd have security hold you back no matter what. As for how long his new era of Doctor Who will last, Gatwa says he's not going anywhere soon. Except he's already announced that he's not going to be there after this. You know, he's there for 2 seasons. That's it. He's not going to go beyond that because he's already said it. It's public, and he'll probably change his mind. Yeah, so I'm going to finish that article there because I just, my mind is spinning round because of how crappy he is. And it's absolutely ridiculous that this guy actually gets to be the Doctor and he gets to say all this stuff. But then when we say stuff like "you're a poor actor, you're a bad Doctor, you're not, you're a narcissist and an ignorant shit," then he's allowed to come out and attack us because we're not fans. It's literally because we are fans that we're saying that you're shit. If we were not fans, we wouldn't be even paying attention. Plain and simple. He's a narcissistic, attention-seeking son of a whatever he is. Anyway, that's not a racial thing. That was just because I couldn't be bothered to think about anything else. So, okay, that's that. And I'm not happy with that article. This video it's nearly 50 minutes long. So, if you've lasted this long, guys, please do hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and share it. And also comment down below. Feel free to comment down below, but please keep it civil, keep it friendly. And yeah. Some of this stuff is ridiculous. It really is. I'm not reading it. I'm just saying some of the stuff that's coming out is ridiculous. But anyway, join me tonight for my Alien Days special live stream, starting at 10:30 p.m. BST, British Standard Time. And until then, guys, don't forget, stay safe, take care. Pardon me. And may the Schwartz be with you always.